Mexican border crossing. When people talk about the Mexican border crossing, they usually talk about the illegal side of it. It is when Mexican citizens illegally cross the border between Mexico and America. What happens is that Mexicans all over Mexico travels to cities or villages near the border where they will then hire a coyote to take them over the border. The exchange most of the time happens in vans that are parked all over the streets. All this is controlled by cartels, known by the locals as mafia. If the mafia accepts them, then they will have to spend the rest of the waiting time in small, tight, and barely humane rooms, along with other people attempting to cross the border. When the time is right, the coyote drives them out in a van for about 45 minutes, and when they do get off, they begin a grueling 2-day trek across the desert to reach the Mexican border. And when they cross the border, they trek for another 1 day in the Arizona desert. There are many reasons for Mexicans to go to America, such as high rates of unemployment and low pay wages in Mexico. Also, Mexico's education is not very good. However, in America, there is good medical care, high employment rate for people who are willing to take on manual labor and work for long hours. Also, the average American pay wage is also much higher than the average Mexican pay wage. All this affects America and its citizens quite drastically. For example, many Americans lose their jobs or don't make the interview because the Mexican candidates are ready to work for cheaper wages and work for longer hours. Also, the border patrols and detention cells cost the US government quite a lot. However, this affects Mexico too. It leaves Mexico with a shortage of active people because all the middle-aged people have immigrated to America to work, only leaving the very young and old in Mexico. Both sides' government, as well as the American citizens, agree that illegal migration is bad and should be banned as soon as possible. However, the Mexican people disagree.